Welcome, I'm John Wesley, the Journeyman guitarist. I'm also the guitarist for Vertical Horizon, and I do some singing as well. I'm prepping for a new tour, and we're learning some new songs for the new set, rehearsing the old ones, and I thought I'd give you a peek into the process. Join me as I work through the set. All rehearsal starts with coffee. It usually ends with coffee too, but that's not important right now. It's usually coffee and a playlist. That's right, I build a playlist of Vertical Horizon songs. Usually the old songs first, and then I bring in the new songs and I start listening to them over and over and over again. I listen to them in my car, driving down the road. I do a lot of singing in the car too. People think you're crazy as you're driving down the road, but hey, a car is a great place to practice your vocals because you're not driving anyone at home crazy. Then when I get home, as I'm cleaning the pool, if I'm mowing the lawn, I'm listening to tracks. Then I get in the studio, I pull out the old Transcribe program, and I start running tracks, the old tracks first, over and over and over again. Then I spend some time memorizing and working on the new tracks, and that's where we pick up here. Well, I showed you a bit of the memorization phase. It really never ends. It happens in the car, it happens in here. I walk around with my phone, just like I showed you, just about everywhere. Because there's a lot of material. We're I think rehearsing up over 20 songs, and 5 of them are brand new. Well, what happens next is that I have to come in here and I have to start shedding the tunes. How we work through the parts is kind of simple at first. I'm obviously memorizing the songs at this point. Matt and I connect, and this happens with a lot of different band leaders or music directors, especially in a band with 2 guitarists. Matt and I, we share parts. We play different parts. We also share vocals. I sing a majority of the harmonies. So we've got some things to discuss. There have been many situations where it's been like, get a call on Wednesday, can you learn a 90-minute set and be in Texas on Saturday? Yes. At that point, you just dig in and you just start memorizing and memorizing and memorizing. And you start learning and playing the tracks, and there's not really a lot of back and forth between you and the band. In this situation, there's a little more time, and we're trying to be a lot more detailed. So Matt and I will have a series of Zoom calls. Well, like for example, this time there was 5 songs. We had 1 Zoom call, or no, we had 2. Yes, we had 2. So we had 2 Zoom calls. We discussed the vocals, who would sing what parts, and we discussed the guitar parts, who would play what, because we want the parts to kind of weave in together, and we also discussed sounds. So the next thing I do is I'll go online and I'll look up the lyrics, because I don't want to have to sit here and transcribe them. And it's kind of crazy, but if there are some videos out there of somebody who's actually learned the song and posted it on YouTube, I may go there and look up the guitar parts there, just to kind of get a start. The next thing I do is I will get into here. This is a program that I've been using for many years. It's called Transcribe. It's available on the internet. I think it's seventhstring.org or .com or something. I can't remember. seventhstring.co.uk. But Seventh String is a great company, and they've been making Transcribe. Gosh, I think I want to say I've been using it since the Porcupine Tree days, but don't quote me on that. It was a long time ago, planet far, far away. But I'm pretty sure I've been using Transcribe that long. Out of all the programs that I've used, there's tons of them. Just use the one that works for you. Transcribe is the one that really works for me because I can dial into little tiny sections, pick apart, loop apart. Like I have a song up right here. Let's say I wanted to learn how to get into the chorus section. I would just loop that little part, and if I needed to do a little bit of a deeper dive into it, I could hit the magnifying glass, and it would make that part even bigger. So there we go, and I would play it. So you stole my world. So I could just go back and forth and loop that little section, and it'll just play over and over and over again. And I can get like the tiniest little bit. The other cool thing is it really slows things down for you. If there's a complicated part, I can have the program slow it down really as slow as you want. And, the quality of the track, it degrades a little bit, but there's no program that doesn't degrade the quality of the track. But what it doesn't degrade is the tuning. So whatever tuning I'm in, tune to the track, I can slow the track down, loop a section, and learn it and learn it and learn it. So basically, I'll do that. Now, initially, I don't have, I guess I do. So initially, I'll chart it out. I dropped my thing. And it's kind of all scribbly there. These are lyrics. Oh no, that's the charts. So I'll chart it out, and this is a really sloppy version of it. But if you've ever watched Tim Pierce, he charts them out the same way. And I was really happy to know one day when I was watching one of his videos to learn that Tim charts a very similar manner that I do. And then the other thing I do, which is here, I'm bumping and falling down and doing all kinds of stuff and getting my sheets dirty. These are lyric sheets. On this run, there's a song that I'm singing on my own, so I have a large set of lyrics to learn. And then there's several other sections, which are little bits and pieces of harmonies. So what I'll do is I'll outline each song. I'll put the sections that I'm singing on there and work memorization that way. So at that point, once I'm good to go and I know the parts, I have to start stringing the parts together. So I'll just start looping the whole song, picking sounds, like it's out of camera, but right here is my quad cortex. The other thing I start doing is we use the piezo, which is the piezo pickup on this guitar. You can see it's got two outputs. One side is magnetic, which is these pickups. The other side is acoustic, which are under the saddle, so it sounds like an acoustic guitar. I'll give you a little demo of that. And then I'll blend in some electric with that. Sounds I'm going to be using, maybe I need a heavier sound. Maybe I need the acoustic out and a heavier sound. And sometimes I get solo sections, so I'll start working those up as well. At that point, it's a matter of repetition because I'm not going to really be able to use charts. If we're doing a lot of new material, I'll put an iPad on the mic stand and have my charts, like I showed you there. I call them my Tim Pierce charts. I'll have my Tim Pierce charts on an iPad where I can scroll across in the order of the set. I try not to do that though once I've been playing with someone for a while. So in the first part of Vertical Horizon, I had to rely on them a lot because I learned a lot of material in 2 weeks. And I was singing and playing, so I had to have lyrics and arrangements, and so I try and avoid the charts as soon as possible. I start drifting away from the chart. So I guess the sum total of all this is once you get to this point, it's about repetition. Now I'm lucky I've had a little bit of time before this next run, so I will be doing a lot of practice and a lot of repetitions, working on sounds, and then at the very end, maybe the last week, I will bring in a microphone and a floor monitor, and I'll stand up and I'll set my pedal board up exactly like it's going to be with my mic stand and my microphone, and I'll start playing and singing at the same time while I'm playing the tracks. And then I've got Pro Tools, so once I'm confident with that, I actually will start tracking myself in Pro Tools to hear how I sound, hear how the parts sound, and hear how the vocals sound. I hope this is helpful, and I hope that this leads to, if any of you are feeling some gaps in your track learning and your rehearsal kind of concepts, I hope this helped. Again, that program is Transcribe, and I highly recommend it. seventhstring.co.uk, I believe it is. Anyway, look it up. I'll try and put the link in the description. John Wesley, the Journeyman Guitarist, signing out. After I do this, I'm going to go listen some more. Take care.